Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm bringing you my thoughts on the two new OpTic rosters. The gameplay we watch in the background, I'm not really sure. It's going to be some sort of momentum gameplay. I'm going to find something after I do this commentary. I'm not looking at it. But a lot of people were asking me who I thought was like the best teams and the best players and stuff. I figured I would do this video on these two OpTic rosters because, in my opinion, OpTic Gaming is the best team right now. Obviously, they won the 5K, so that's kind of backs it up. But I want to kind of just break down both these two teams, kind of go over what I think needs to happen and what I think will happen, and kind of just talk about some stuff, just kind of analyzing them. So let's start out with OpTic Gaming. It's Scump, Formal, Nadeshot, and Crim. Right there, that literally, just on paper, that might be one of the strongest teams I've ever seen on paper. The only way it could be a little, maybe if you replace Nadeshot with like Karma. But I mean, I don't even know if that would work out because then you don't really have an OBJ. So honestly, this is probably top 5 strongest teams I've ever seen on paper. Now we have to see how they play, obviously. Now they won the 5K. They've been doing pretty well. It is online. We'll see how they do on land. But anyways, I'm gonna kind of break down what needs to happen for this team, or what should happen, and what I think will happen, I guess. So obviously, Scump, Crim, and Formal. Those are 3 of the top 5 slayers in the game. Now, the thing about this game is, it's not like Black Ops 2. It is a little bit more slaying dependent than Black Ops 2 was, and that's because 2 reasons. One, there aren't as many setups on this game because it's 10 times harder to spawn people out, like across the map, so they have to, so you have time to get points. And also, when you do manage to spawn them out, they have an exosuit, so they get back to the hard point in like 5 seconds, so it doesn't even matter. So, because of that, because there's shitty spawns where it's hard to spawn people out, and because when you do spawn them out, it's easy to get back, slaying matters a little bit more, because a lot of the hills, you just gotta flood it. You can't worry about spawning them out. You can't really worry about, pushing out spawns and stuff. A lot of the hills on this game, on a lot of maps, you gotta just flood it, slay everyone out of the hill, just keep slaying them, and that's how you get the points. So, because of that, this OpTic Gaming roster, obviously, it looks pretty good. Like, they did a good thing, right, because of that. But there is a such thing as too much slaying. So, this is what I think kind of needs to go down with this team. I believe that Crim is going to be the one who's going to give up kills. You see this all the time when people have a really, really good team. Someone has to give up kills. Same thing like sports, like in basketball, someone has to give up their points, give up their shots. So Crim's going to be the one doing it, I'm pretty sure. In my opinion, he wants to win the most out of anyone on this team. Probably out of almost anyone. It's between him or Aches out of who wants to win out of anyone in the entire like esports, I'd say. Well, so Crim's going to be the one giving up kills. I believe he's probably the best at doing it, and he's done it before. And that's never really just been his play style. If you think about how Scumpy and Formal have always played Call of Duty, they've just been told to just go kill things. They've never had to worry about the OBJ or anything like that. The only thing that matters to them is just run around, kill people, and you did your job. Now Crim, he's also kind of had that mentality, but he wasn't as like deep into it as they were. Like, he's always played more OBJ. He's always just done like the little things that Scump and Formal just wouldn't do because they're not focused on that. They just want to kill things. So I think that he's already kind of used to playing that role, and he should be the one helping out Nadeshot with the OBJ and the rotations, all that sort of stuff. He needs to be the one doing that, and I think that's the way they're gonna have success with this team, because he's definitely better at it than Scumpy or Formal, because they've never really done that. So I think that's how they're gonna have success, because even if you like, even in the last 2 years that I've really watched competitive, Crim's never been the one to fucking drop 40 like every map, you know what I mean? That's always something that Scumpy has done, or that Formal has done. He's the one to drop like 30 and get like really important clutch kills and stuff like that. So that's my opinion from what I've noticed and what I've seen. But yeah, anyways, so another thing is just, I don't think Scumpy cares as much. Like Scumpy, alright, so Nadeshot makes what, $1 million a year basically. He makes 700K from that New York Times article just from streaming and YouTube. Scumpy probably makes around half of that, maybe 3/4 of that. So let's say he makes around 500K. He makes 500K whether they win the tournament or they don't. Now, Crim, he doesn't get that. Formal, he doesn't get that sort of money. See, in my opinion, they care about winning just a little bit more than probably Scumpy or Nadeshot do. Honestly, I kind of feel that Nadeshot and Scumpy want to win more just so that people won't talk shit to them more than they really just want to win for themselves. Whereas I don't get that feeling from like Crim or really anyone on EG. They're probably all extremely hungry to win because they want to prove that they're the best on EG and they were the reason behind the success. So all 4 of those players, they're going to want to win really bad. That's just how I look at it. That's kind of the vibes that I've gotten, but I don't know, I could be wrong about that. And last, let me talk about Nadeshot as well. Let's not forget about Nadeshot here. He honestly probably put himself in the best situation he could have imagined. He doesn't have to even go positive in any hardpoint game, and they're gonna win. And I'm not even saying like he's bad, he's gonna go negative. He doesn't have to go positive. The only thing he can go 15 and 30, but get 200 seconds of hill time, they're gonna win. That's all he needs to do. He needs to just literally 100% focus on staying on the hill and getting as much time as possible and letting his 3 teammates, who happen to be 3 of the best slayers in the game, kill everyone, and he doesn't have to worry about killing anyone this. So he put himself in a good ass situation. And honestly, he's gotten a lot better from Black Ops 2. Like, I'm gonna be honest, in Black Ops 2 he was not very good. Like, he was average at best, and most of the time he was below average in Black Ops 2. He was just not good at that game. Ghost comes out, he got a lot better at respawn, and he became extremely good at S&D. Even in Black Ops 2, I'd say he was good at S&D, but in Ghost, he became extremely good at S&D, a top 5, top 3 S&D player in the game. And now in Advanced Warfare, from what I've seen, he looks pretty solid. He doesn't really look to be a detriment or anything like that. So honestly, I don't see any problems with this OpTic Gaming team. They just want to win. I'm pretty sure Crim and Formal realize what it means to be on OpTic and what it could do for them. So I'm pretty sure they don't even care. I'm pretty sure they just want to stay on OpTic. So we'll see. But that's kind of the thoughts I've had about the OpTic Gaming roster so far. Let's talk about the OpTic Nation roster now. Embos, TP, Karma, and Proofy. That's a good ass fucking roster. What I think is gonna go on with this team is Embos needs to be the dedicated OBJ, and I think he is. I think they've kind of established that. Embos needs to be the nade shot of this team, where he needs to 100% focus on playing OBJ, and he can't get upset if he does bad, because I know that happens to him a lot, where he kind of just gets upset and shuts down when he does bad. He can't do that. It doesn't matter. They have such good slaying power on this team that it won't matter if he does bad or good. It doesn't matter at all. He's almost in the same situation as nade shot. Slightly lower, but he's in a pretty damn good situation. So what's gonna kind of happen is TP's gonna go back to slaying a little bit. He's gonna kind of play the role that Crim plays, I would say. He's gonna focus on OBJ, and he's also gonna focus on slaying. He's gonna kind of just do whatever he needs to do at that time. They're gonna let Karma and Proofy just slay. From what I've seen in this game, Karma's a top 3 player. He does host every hardpoint for them, but he's literally an automatic 40, 45, 50 bomb on host in this game. He literally just destroys people. And Proofy's actually probably a million times better at this game than he was at Ghost. Obviously, because you got to use the AR with the bow. Proofy's just the AR player. It's been like that since Black Ops 2. He's always just been extremely good with the AR, not so good with the sub. I remember when he had to try to use a sub in Black Ops 2 for a little bit. It was just not working out at all. Proofy's back to being a top player. Karma's a top player. TP, from what I've seen on TP, he's actually been doing pretty bad on this game, but it's just because it's online. I'm pretty sure, like, TP has literally always done, like, shitty online, but he goes to LAN, he shows up, so I don't see any problem with that so far. Honestly, I think this team, it has just as much possibility to win as OpTic Gaming does. I mean, simply because you have Karma, who's literally just known for winning. 2-time world champion. Will he be a 3-time this year? I don't know. Strong possibility, but we'll have to see. And then we have TP, who is also an 18-time champion, just like Aches. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. They may have won one separately. Like, I don't know, because if you look at TP's bio, it says most championships or some shit. Anyways, that's another player who knows how to win. Embos has won before. Proofy's won before. These players have all won, and they have 2 of like the most winningest players on their team, so they know how to win, and I'm pretty sure they can share that knowledge with the team. This team's pretty damn good, just like Gaming. So OpTic, I don't know, man. They just took all the good players. EG had just been slapping them for like 2 years, you know what I mean? And they just said, you know what, fuck it. Can't beat them. Bring them to our team. Now, Aches, obviously, he got kind of left out. He doesn't have the attitude to ever be an OpTic, I would say. I don't think he even cares. Like, he barely streams, doesn't do YouTube. He doesn't give a fuck about OpTic. He only gives a fuck about winning. That's the only thing I think he cares about. So I don't even know if he cares. So anyways, I don't know. That's it. That's kind of my thoughts so far on the 2 rosters. They're both good as fuck. I see them both winning events in Advanced Warfare, but I think OpTic Gaming is probably the best team in the game. I'd say the top teams right now are OpTic Gaming, OpTic Nation, Envy, FaZe, and Denial. Those are probably top 5 teams in no order, but those are the top 5. So I don't know. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.